Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of More to the Story. Tahir is I am Fairmore, and Tahir is out today. I made him stay home. Um, I made him stay at home today because he has been doing a whole lot, and he needs to sit down somewhere. So, Mama made him sit down. But I have Miss Heidi Heaslet here. Say hi.
Hey, sorry you don't have to hear, but you have some extra freckles in the building.
I was like, keep your freckles at home. I have other freckles on the case.
I will call in substitute freckles if I have to.
Subbing in freckles. Yes. I'm excited because I've been wanting Heidi on here for a while and we got it together. But I kind of almost broke Heidi. Talk to us about your
Well,
wrist.
sorry. I should have kept the sleeve down for a second. I went skating and I know how to fall, but this one time I fell because I was teaching a friend how to skate, and I don't know what happened with the chemistry of teaching and my knowledge, but it didn't fully. Everything's fine. It's just there's no further follow-up. It's just a bad sprain. I've had worse sprains. I'm just trying to be a due diligence adult human being.
Fault.
Nope, it's not your fault. Don't you take on
What's
my
crazy?
fault for your intention, just because you wanted to have a good wholesome time and I fell has nothing to do with you.
I had so much fun at that skating party because it was like just all adults and just acting like kids. We were
Yes.
falling down and stuff, but then all the follow up people are like, so my back really hurts.
Oh, so it's not just me.
not just you.
Thank God.
Somebody else was like, yeah, I fell pretty hard on the heel of my hand. I have a bruise. And I'm like, shit, I broke you too.
Just out here breaking people. But it was really fun. It did feel
like you felt like a kid again. It felt so good.
I did. In the high school that I went to, they had a skating rink across from it called Flippos.
Flippos?
Yeah,
That's
it was
the
like a
corniest
dolphin.
shit ever, but
Yeah,
I'm
it was like a
listening.
dolphin situation. It was like Flippos and
Where was this?
Morro Bay, California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's
And
Flippos.
I was just so
That's a terrible
excited.
name for a skate.
Well, there's a lot of terrible things that happen in the community. But I did feel like a kid again. Like I was like started to get like some.
Yeah. Yeah. It
I
felt
think I
good.
looked better. In my head, I probably looked cooler.
It's just like the shower thing. You sound better when you sing in the shower. Water pressure at its highest, door closed. You're
Like
like
skating,
I
you're like,
sound
yes.
great. And you dance real good in the shower too. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't just me.
No, it was not just you. There's a lot of bruises and sore bodies out there. Oh, and it's all my fault. I'm sorry.
Not your fault.
Oh wait, I shouldn't.
It's not your fault.
I shouldn't take the blame because
You
then
should take on something
they
I've
could sue
learned
me.
in therapy, I guess we call it, is that you're supposed to take on, like, you should take on the fact that, like, adults were able to feel like kids again, and, like, people were trying out things that they haven't done in a while or for the first time, and, like, you granted them experience.
That's
and
so
like
beautiful.
if you hadn't have set that up, then, like, none of that would have been there. It's not just about the bumps and bruises.
Applying
It's about
therapy to your life.
yeah,
That's
like it's like
good.
there's I'm like, I'm not gonna let you make it
Thank
just
you.
about the sprained wrist.
Thank
I
you.
was so happy.
that you're the happiest person with a sprained wrist. Oh my God. Okay. So to kick it off, I've pulled three cards from this really conversation card deck, and it is Ace Metaphors, Tonight's Conversation, the card game. But this is different, you guys. This isn't the Sexy 69 game I've been pulling from the last few episodes. This is the relationship debates game. And so I'm going to give you a choice of these three questions to answer, Heidi.
This is a relationship one.
No. Well, the question is, but it's fine.
I feel like a lot of pressure right now.
You feel like a lot of pressure?
Yeah, it's based.
Want me to pull from a different deck?
No, I don't
No.
want to do the 69 one. Think that you made a very good choice by changing the deck. This is I don't think that's a very
Don't be
executive
Don't be
decision.
scared. I've usually
That's what people say right before you're not supposed to. They be like,
I
don't
usually
be
pick
scared.
the question myself, and this time I'm letting you pick. Since
There's no way
this
to
episode
ask
is
them
kind
which
of,
one I should pick out of, right?
Oh,
I
you
should
want to
just
do that?
Well,
We can do it.
You
We
sound
can
like that's
do
a
it.
bad decision. I mean, my heart is saying middle,
Okay.
but I don't know if they agree.
Come on. Just do it.
I'm gonna pull from the middle.
I think that's a good one.
Okay.
Do it.
This is what I read to you or to
What?
me?
You reading it to you.
I just don't even like that the sentence starts with a woman. Like it's all already everything's on me. Okay.
It's not that bad. At least I don't think it is. You gotta proofread it first. I should have read it myself. The question says. She's like, wait a second, let me think it through.
Your Honor.
You ready?
Okay.
Okay. A woman musters up the courage to ask her crush on a date. He accepts. When the check comes, he gives it to her. She's offended. Who is wrong? Explain.
I think she has to pay.
Why?
Well, because this is too honest, but like, well, because usually if I ask a man on a date, he's doesn't say anything. So like if he said yes, I'd be like, tabs on me. Like I would have known immediately. But that's my personal experience. I'm not
Wait a
saying
minute.
that
We need to act out or something. How are you asking for a date? Because you are
hey, thinking of you.
You are beautiful. You are hilarious. You snort. These are all
I'd be like, hey.
We see where she's going wrong with this.
Thinking of you.
We see where she's going wrong with this proposition.
You guys. Sup with your free time.
You don't need no free time.
So
you need time.
Yeah. What is that? Generic.
Yeah.
Yeah, this, which is you ain't need. It always sounds like a threat. You ain't need no free time.
Yes,
like,
it's a threat. I wish you would ask to be alone right now. I wish you would.
Yeah, be alone. I'll be in the corner watching you be alone.
Right.
No, but I just I don't know. I genuinely I get okay. So you're saying it's a problem on my approach.
If that's how you're doing it, if you came up to me
Yeah.
platonically and asked me just out for a cup of coffee doing this, I'm telling your ass no, okay? I'm saying no. I need you to, if this is how you lead.
It's how I lead.
I am dying. I need water. Oh my God, I hate you. I hate you
But
so
I'm
much.
sorry, I'm too on it. I don't know. What do you do?
My cup just smacked me in the face.
How do you?
Okay.
Uh,
Why are you so?
Because I'm trying to like figure out the blank in their schedule, and if I could just.
If that's what your hands are doing.
Yeah, like I'm like picturing like a Google spreadsheet.
Shut up.
It's like a Google spreadsheet, and I'm like, so do you want to
go back?
Chill
Go
right
back
here?
to the question. Why should she pay? Because I can't with you.
Again, it's my personal experience, but I also believe that there are a lot of women that are way more professional or experienced or know how to phrase a question in a way that makes it feel like the man should pay if I asked him out. But I don't know how, I genuinely don't know how to do that. Like if I asked a man out, I'm like panicking.
Why?
If I asked a man out. Like, but I just feel like if I'm like, hey, do you want to, like, I'm interested in stuff further than whatever meal we eat. Like, I feel like it's a little bit on me. Now, unless he gets wild at the table and starts ordering, higher priced. Like if he goes above my humble offer. Like
Wait
I'm
a
giving
second,
you
though. Time's out. My only.
Okay.
I agree with you that if she asks, so she should pay.
Right.
I agree with you there. What y'all think in this
Yeah.
chat? But I do think that even if he does order higher end things,
Yeah.
that's still on you. Because if a woman does it to a man, you're like,
But that's why I don't order higher end things when I'm on a date.
then that's
Like,
also on you, because maybe you shouldn't.
I just like see
That's also
myself on
you.
a date and I'm like, I just want the burger and some fries, and he's like, so this bitch ain't gonna give me no pussy. She just want burger and fries. Like, so you just hungry, bitch.
I just
He's
bring
like
her
trying to
this
push me.
nice restaurant and she ordered what
Order
she
the
could get from
lobster.
McDonald's.
I love McDonald's.
Stop.
Okay. I'm okay. So
No.
let's go back to where you were.
It's your
correct.
body. You like McDonald's by all means.
I love McDonald's. It's like a treat.
I still eat their fries and their fish sandwich.
I've never had their fish sandwich.
Really? I mean, it's.
Really good?
I wouldn't say it's really good. It's passable when you're hungry and just like, I don't care what I eat right now.
Yeah.
Then, yeah. Especially when it's hot.
Well, that's the key with McDonald's. Is like
Yeah.
you have to know which McDonald's
go.
serves hot.
Yeah. And what time to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You gotta be like, ooh, I think that's the good staff time.
The good staff time.
Okay, so wait. So you were saying, am I taking too long with this
No.
question? Okay. So if I ask, okay, let's do this clean. All
Ooh,
right.
Okay.
So-
Ooh, pulled up the sleeves.
So if I
She
ask
leaning
a
in.
man on a date and he actually says yes, which is we're already in theoretical.
She too hard on herself. We don't have time for that shit.
Okay,
here.
okay. So I asked the dude, hey, I want to take you, what do I say? Out to eat or like
Mhm.
a movie or like how do I go besides what you do?
This should not, because what? I don't understand why you so pointy with your ass.
Well, I don't know how to do that. Like, because in a text
You're
message.
like very Ricky Bobby. Like, I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah.
Like, want to go out?
Where do you, hey,
Hey,
what's up?
me and you, food, same place, same time.
Right? How that's.
So stupid.
Okay, so if I'm like, hey, I'd like to spend more time with you, or like, hey, I was wondering if you'd like to go out to eat, whatever the words are that we put there that we figure out later that doesn't take too much time on the podcast. And the dude says, yeah. I'm like, great.
Ugh.
We somehow get to the restaurant at the same time because now we're not even discussing pick up, drop off, Uber, all that type of stuff, which is a whole other factor.
Okay.
So somehow we're at the restaurant at the same time. I'm gonna
Somehow.
skip
You
a
just gonna
step
skip over.
just so we can get to the
Okay.
bill part.
Mm-hmm.
And we order him food, and we're ordering it like a reasonable rate. Like, oh, I would like a cocktail. Like we both order a cocktail. Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, okay, do you want to split and like a what's it called? Appetizer. Fine. If you want to do that, dope. It just depends on if the appetizers are good or not. Like I don't need one, just depends on what's on the menu.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then we get to entree. Okay. Let's be cool here. So I'll just act like this is a first encounter.
Okay.
So order something of reasonable caliber.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't really do dessert. So no for me. But if you want to do another cocktail, dope. Whatever cocktail we on. Again, we haven't discussed how we drive there or not drive there. So we could be on 2 or 3 or 4 or 6. I don't know. But like, so then we finish that out. Then yeah, it is kind of on me. But like, if you keep up in it, then I feel like, I don't know what the threshold is, but like if I've asked you on 1 date and the bill looks like 2 dates.
That's a good point. But then again,
Like I asked you on 1 date.
then all the first dates should be at like an Applebee's, and then
That's fine.
y'all get the 2 for $20.
Yeah, you be like, let's just see how this goes out of respect
Right.
to if it's on.
Right.
And then and in the same turn, I do think that but like you said, maybe I should be asking for more. If a dude asks me out, I still say I try to be somewhat respectable.
Depending on, because usually the person who asks, aren't they the ones who pick the restaurant unless they're
Yeah,
like,
yes,
hey, you want to pick?
yes,
So
yes.
they already know that they can afford that restaurant regardless of what
They should.
you're
Yeah.
doing. So
Because I've been asked on dates at very expensive restaurants, and I've gotten there and been like, whew, thank God he asked me here. Because I don't know how to pronounce what's the next step.
what is it? Okay. All right.
So you think that the woman should never pay even if she asks?
No, I don't think that. I think that she definitely, I think the person who asks should be the one who pays.
The majority of
Yeah.
the experience.
Yeah. And usually, especially with being a woman, usually it's the women being asked.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Unless he's completely disrespectful, then I'd be like, you're going to have to put in, bro. This is not what I signed up for.
Right, completely. I mean, at that point, you just fake a bathroom break.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
bye. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's see what they say.
Yeah.
Yes, if I ask, then I'll pay. But if he doesn't offer to pay, then I'll never call him again. Yes, I like that because it does matter if they offer, like at least offer. But then because you ask, if you're like, oh, well, since you offered, then he may never call you again.
It's such a catch.
So, be careful and whatnot. Why am I straining my eyes to look up there and it's right here?
I don't know. I am too.
If I ask, it's because I'm paying. Somebody's giving you the words to say to ask somebody out. Yes, you just say, hey, I was wondering if you'd like to go out sometimes. Maybe grab dinner and a drink? ? Huh? Without this? Without the finger guns?
Thank God they took out the gun emoji. I'm like, you want to go to dinner and a drink or what?
Because I feel like.
Sorry, that was two in the mic. I'm sorry. Audio.
Do you not know who my usual co-host is? Everything is directly into the mic. Love you, babe. If you're listening, love you. Oh my goodness.
Do you want to go for dinner and a drink sometime?
Yes.
That's all it is.
Yes. I thought you were like asking me.
I
I
know,
was like, yes, where are we going?
We should.
Where are we going? I forgot for a split second.
I know, because you answered. I was like, oh,
As a matter of fact, I would. I love dinners and drinks.
I love dinners and drinks. That's how easy it is to kidnap me.
Right.
You want to go for
me food. Oh my God, promise me chocolate. Dark chocolate.
Really? Dark
I'll follow
chocolate.
you anywhere.
Really?
Yes. And I'm not
What
ashamed
is it
of
about the
I
dark?
don't know. But it has me by the throat.
Oh Lord. So super.
So,
Okay.
Heidi, I've been thinking a lot because I saw somewhere on the interwebs about whoa, Lord.
Just because the internet, like anytime it's like, so on the internet, I'm like, oh God.
No.
Are we doing politics or
No,
sex
I
or
just
what?
saw the question posed about like whose job it is to make women feel safe around men. And that got me to thinking because I've been hearing I've been closer and closer to a lot of female comics. Well, actually comics period.
Yeah.
And just getting
Comics that get their period, female comics. Sorry.
male and female comics. Does that help?
I don't give a fuck.
But I specify
I
I specify it only because I know that a woman would be invited out on the road with a male, and I've heard horror stories from some women that I've gotten close with about
WH or HO? Sorry. I'm sorry.
HO
Okay.
horror
stories.
Actually about male whores not keeping it professional on the road and women not feeling safe. And then, in talking to some people, they are like, well, don't go on the road with them. And I'm like, but he could also not be a creep. So whose responsibility is it?
I think this is a very good question. And I don't think, and I'm going to get very serious, I don't think it just has to do with comedy. I think
Oh, no, it doesn't. But I've just been hearing it
more
because that's the world I'm
Yeah.
in.
I personally have never been taken out on the road, which I'm pissed about. So take me on the road because I'm safe. I think that it's a very serious question that sometimes men and women don't always understand what feels safe or not safe to them. And I think that is not just a woman responsibility. I also think that sometimes women don't even realize how they're putting men in a compromising situation because we're so expected to feel safe by men. And so I think it's a bit of a compromise that is hard for us to fully understand because then I don't even want to bring race into it, but it is a part of a thing there too. And I think that it's both people's responsibility. I think it's a shared responsibility. And I think that's the hardest thing to say. I won't talk comedy, but there's been times where I've been on shoots and I'll be like, someone's like, oh, we're filming over here. And they'll say it's a certain part of the city. And I'll be like, you're not from here. That's not that part of the city. We're in a different part of the city. And we need to be taillights at dusk. Gotta get the fuck out of here.
Right.
And then they'll be like, oh, don't worry, so-and-so's strapped. I'm like, that's the other reason we gotta get the fuck out of here. Because I'm concerned that you're concerned. So we're all clearly concerned.
Right.
So the fact,
let's be smart about this.
Yeah, so let's just get the fuck out, just so that everybody can get the fuck home. And I think that you're dealing with multiple things. You deal with safety as in terms of violence. You deal with safety in terms of sexual conduct. You deal with safety in terms of whatever people's emotional trauma is. There's just so many concerns around the word safety that it's I really truly think it's a shared responsibility, and that's the hardest way to answer the question because it doesn't fully answer it.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if someone can have physical power over you, that's one thing. But then if someone can have emotional or racial power over you, that's another thing. If someone can have there's just all these different fucking elements that it's whose responsibility? It's all of our fucking responsibility. Listen to each other. And I don't know, sometimes that means the night ends a little early and that fucking sucks. I don't know. I don't know how to fully answer that because I've never been taken on the road. I'm from California. I'm from LA. So, a lot of the times when people come here from other cities, I never had to, come up in another city or come up in another, everybody came here. So, I want to go to other cities. I want to go on the road. And I understand that it is dangerous. But again, I'm from LA. Cali and LA half my life. I live in downtown. So, I'm used to...
I'm used to bullshit.
Yeah, I'm used to
I'm used to being traumatized.
Yeah. I guess that's a bad answer, right? So people don't know how to look over their shoulder, and it doesn't mean that even if you look over your shoulder, you're not going to get fucked over.
Yeah.
That's whether you're in a good neighborhood. I'm on a whole rant right now.
No, you're good.
But it's whether you're in a people keep thinking good things happen in bad neighborhoods and bad things happen in good neighborhoods and bad things happen to good people. And it's so interchangeable that it's I don't know if you can really say it's the man's responsibility because also, do you want a man or a security guard?
Right. I
don't know. And then also I do want to feel protected by a man. So that, I do want to feel that. And that's maybe old school. I don't know.
Right. Because that's another thing.
But I don't want to put him in danger either. So it's
I feel like you said, it is very much both parties are, responsibility, or all parties involve responsibility because you wanting to feel safe by a man is actually a very sexist view because he has no responsibility to you, really.
Exactly. So I can be I feel that.
Why didn't you protect me? And it's because you are a woman. Hear you roar.
Right. Like,
so what am I supposed to do?
exactly.
It's so much weight, a lot of weight. Because even my own view of just dealing with men, I realized was like super sexist. So I'm,
Trying to
always striving to be a better version of myself. So certain things I'm trying to unlearn and strip off because, people be like, oh, men are dumb or they have no feelings. And it's like, have you ever married a Pisces? They have all the feelings.
men have feelings. That's the thing
Yes,
is like
they
men
really do.
men
So,
have feelings,
yeah.
and also like
They just don't they're not as vocal about them. But even with women, we're vocal about our feelings, but sometimes we can't decipher one from the other. So all of them just sound batshit crazy and angry.
yeah, because you'd be like, which one are you?
Yeah.
And then also like they're like, you've looked after me. Like there's women that have looked after me and cared for me. Like, so why is it our intention to be like, oh, only men can take care of me? Like that's also completely disregarding all the women in your life who have looked after you.
I never thought of it that way. Because it's like you can be looked after by
About-
people in general, not just
a man. Like,
yeah.
like for me to be like, oh, I just need a man to take care of me. Well, then I'm disregarding my friends. I'm disregarding my grandmother. I'm disregarding like just women who I don't know, like like who have been like, girl, fix this, like so. I don't know. I don't know if that answers the question. I think it's a shared responsibility.
Yeah. Somebody made the point. Everyone has to have each other's back in one way or another. Yes.
I think
yes,
she'd have a
because-
different perspective if she'd been on the road before, especially surrounding the subject of going on the road with male comics. I agree with you there. However, I will tell you, I've been in production my whole life, so I've been on the road with men my whole life. So I have been on the road in a production circumstance,
just not specifically in the way that I
in the
posed
way
question.
the way she posed the question. But I've been around men on the road and men I didn't know my entire life. So I feel you on that, to think that I live in a bubble, but it's just it's just I haven't been on the road with comedians.
Gotcha. That's funny. Comics that get their periods is a shirt. I love that. You should make that a shirt. Is that
Comics that get their periods. Comics, yeah, I don't know.
Or you could just have a shirt.
This person said the guns must stay. Jesus.
Calicia, what does that mean? What did we say? The guns must stay. What did we say?
These guns?
The finger. Thank you, Amir, because we definitely lost track of our own conversation.
Yeah.
Like, what gun? The finger guns gotta stay when you ask. So I guess ask me out again with finger guns.
Hey, you trying
It's
to
a thing.
trying to go
Nope,
to
you lost me. Never mind.
dinner? I don't know.
Fair
So do you think you think it's a shared responsibility?
I
think it flip flops,
it's-
right? Like,
It does. I don't know, because you told that line of like victim blaming.
mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, why didn't they do this to protect themselves? But it's like, that I could have just also not been assaulted. So
Exactly.
regardless, like, or
Exactly. There are
Or
moments where you're like,
yeah, or
I don't
why
know, you
would
just
you
like
go
really
as a-
wanted to rape me. Like it wasn't. Sorry.
yeah.
That's what he wanted. Go for your dreams, baby. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, no. Sorry. Just, it's live.
Disregard. It's live.
Just gonna look away for a second.
We're gonna cut that out of the
Yeah.
final.
Okay, good.
Uh,
Yeah, you don't want to victim blame either.
yes. Or like blame potential victims. Like if this happens to you, then it was your fault.
Right.
Yes. Give me 1 second, because I was starting to type something a minute ago and then I got distracted. Talk to the people for me.
Okay, this is I said just like that, Heidi. Oh, that sounded so just like that, Heidi. What are you saying? Right. Heidi is always everywhere in one moment. I'm working on it, okay?
Don't do Heidi. Okay?
I mean, no, I'm working on it. MTM TV, I am everywhere in one moment. It's something I'm working on, is to just not have to absorb everything at the same time. I was alone a lot during COVID. I didn't get the COVID where I was out on yachts and
Oh
stuff.
my
I got
God.
the inside COVID and the work COVID.
Got the inside COVID?
I got both.
Really? Oh, you got so I had when I had strep throat a couple of weeks ago, I talked to my doctor and he was like, "So are you around a lot of people?" And I was like, "Yeah, I have been around a lot of people." And he's like, "Oh, for work?" And I was like, "No, because I'm irresponsible." I've been around
You're like, do
hundreds
not
of
blame
people.
this on work.
I've been around hundreds of people. It had nothing to do with work.
I love that you were honest with your
Yes,
doctor.
because how can he properly help me if I'm lying about shit? So I just do not care. Like, do you smoke? What do you mean by smoke? Because I don't smoke cigarettes or cigars, but I smoke weed.
Right.
I use a pipe, a bong, and, and joints. Like, I spell it out. Like, this is so. With all that information, can you properly help me?
They do ask like these open and like, do you smoke? You're like, hey,
Smoke what?
I need
Smoke what? Like,
I need more to that.
I don't smoke crack anymore, but did you need to know that?
I don't know what was in the blunt, but I was told.
Right. I had a stranger offer me a blunt. I took it. Not
took
sure
it.
what was in it. Felt a little weird. What do you think was in it, Doc?
Yeah. Don't you have my results? It's your job, right?
So in looking up this question and like seeing it posed on the interwebs and whatnot, I looked up ways because I do realize in talking to, because I'm mostly around male comics. So in
I'm
talking
around
to
men
them,
a lot too.
yeah. And so in talking to just men, period, it's, they talk about how they're confused by the signals and like the ways that they can help get misread or, construed. And so they're like, look, I just don't know what to do. I'm an asshole if I don't do anything to help or something that I think would help. Or I'm like threatening if I'm too helpy. So, and it's like, I get that.
I get that too.
I totally
get that.
feel that because you see these women tweet like, "Men, if you want to talk to me, if you see me walking, you want to talk to me, like, just don't." And it's like, well, that's sad.
I also want to talk to those women right now. When you're like, oh, if you see me and you want to talk to me, just don't. I wish that you would give a disclaimer that says that not all women feel like that way. Because if you want to talk to me, please do. And if I don't want to talk to you, I will tell you I don't.
But and then it's like respect my don't want to talk to you. Like if I tell you that, respect that.
Yeah,
and
like,
stop talking to me. But it's okay for you to speak.
To try.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
That's okay.
Okay.
I think
so. For our male counterparts out there, I want to just like talk through this list of ways to come off less threatening to women, because
I'm like, come off more threatening.
You're like, you walk up to me with finger guns
Hey,
anytime.
Who's less threatening? I am tired of the less threatening. No, but okay, but no, let's do this.
Like,
in theoretically less threatening.
It is, of course, it's easier said than done, but realize like women being wary of your presence is not necessarily about you personally. It's so many other assholes that have done something fucked up that has our guard up.
Yes.
That
I agree there.
We are just like, it's safer to just stand back. It's safer to just keep my distance from this stranger until I find out more about this stranger. Or maybe I'm so shut down, I'm not giving any strangers, hence the chick that's like, you think about talking to me, just don't. I don't want any strangers to approach me. So it's just like, don't take it personal when if you speak to me and I don't speak back, or I'm like just apprehensive of you walking up behind me because you could just be walking the same direction, but I'm scared because you're back there.
That I get.
Mm-hmm.
That I get. Like even today at the gas station.
Oh yes, tell us this gas station story.
So I decided to fill up my tank today.
That choker is cute, but I'm listening. I
What's it?
like your choker.
Oh,
That's
this is
cute.
the same person that made my chain, but it's at the jeweler right now, the one I normally wear.
Oh, okay.
But this is Hati Chai. I was one of their original models. But shout out Stella and Allie. So
Gas station.
gas station. I'm driving my old truck, and the truck has a lock switch. So a lock switch means that, like, sometimes if the wheel is turned a certain way, you have to turn the wheel a little bit to unlock the switch. It's a key car. It's not a Tesla. So you have to turn it. Now, I obviously use my right hand to turn the key, but because this is fucking out of whack, trying to turn it with my left
if you're
hand.
Just tuning in, I broke Heidi's wrist.
No. But even if this wasn't broke, okay, or sprained, sorry. Like, I'm sitting in my car and I'm very aware that I'm in downtown and I just filled up my tank, and I watched 3 people watch me fill up my tank, and I'm like, only reason I'm filling my tank is I don't want to fucking break my wrist. Like I just want to fill it up and deal with it. And like, I'm trying to be confident because I'm in my truck knowing it has a lock switch, and it's going to take multiple times for me to get this truck started. And even though it's old too, because it takes a second with old cars, sometimes they'd be like, okay, fine, I'll turn on. And like, this dude walked by, like, there's no reason for you to walk between my car and the pump.
Oh, no.
When there's no other pump. Like, I'm at the end of the pump line. So like, you literally could have gone around my car and you're walking right by my driver's side and slow down at my window. I'm like, yeah, I gotta fucking go. Like I don't care if you thought I was the love of your life or you wanted to talk, but it was like those kind of, like, when you're talking about spatial stuff, like there's I wouldn't do that to a man's car. I wouldn't do that to a woman's car. I wouldn't walk between the pump and your driver's side. Like, I just wouldn't do that. Because it's like, hey, I didn't know somebody was gonna be there. Like, and it's like, it has nothing to do with you personally. It's just like, that's kind of tight.
You're in my space.
Yeah,
like directly in it.
Hey, I'm just trying to get this fucking old truck started. You're close. Hi. So,
hi, friend.
Hey, so I guess that those are kind of situations where it's like, you're
I mean,
close.
For him to think that's okay is an issue of its own.
But he might have been it's downtown.
Yeah,
he might have not even known he was walking.
Vision, yeah, he not even known he was walking. Did he not have a car there? He was just...
No, I didn't see a vehicle from this gentleman.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, this was downtown. That's
I mean, he was
different.
cute, though.
She's like, hey.
Hey, you close. Can you tell me what you was trying to say from over there?
Want to go to dinner?
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't like...
Oh, see, and that's so funny because that's like the very next little note here. Keep your distance.
Yeah.
To the males out there, like just
but women do it
in
too.
Doubt, do without. I don't know. I was trying to rhyme.
When in doubt,
nope.
Step out. When in doubt, step out. But women do it too. Like, they be grabbing on
women are
men
touchy,
or even grabbing on women. Like, I remember this girl one time just grabbed my, and I was like, hey.
Grab your butt?
Yeah, I was like, hey.
Did you not know her? Because I know women do that to each other.
This was years ago before the movement.
Before the movement? What movement? What the movement are you talking about?
It's all chill.
What the movement are you talking about?
I don't know, but I just know shit changed.
Okay.
And she is, both. And like, she grabbed my...
Why are you talking in code?
Because she lives here.
I know, but still, no.
So basically, it was outside a comedy club, like probably like 10 years ago, maybe. And she was like, maybe she grabbed my I don't know. She just grabbed something on me. And I was like, hey, I wouldn't let a man do that. The fuck you think you can do that for?
Right.
And she was like, because you're a what? I don't want to fuck you. Don't touch my body. Like,
wow. I've never seen or heard a woman respond that way to another woman touching them.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Like, I
But
was
that's
like,
good
and
because
she
I
didn't even
wonder.
come soft with it. Like, she just,
And you didn't know her like that? Or
no, I
okay.
knew. The bitch knew me. Huh?
Wow. Okay.
And it's like, it's cool. We're both girls. I'm like, it's not cool because you want to fuck me and I don't want to fuck you. So that makes us, you want to fuck and I don't want to fuck. And that has nothing to do with gender. That has to do with why you touching my fucking body, bitch.
I love that. You never, ever hear that.
Really?
I've never, ever, ever experienced a woman responding that way to another.
I'm fine with women touching my body, but not in the way that, like,
That she was, yeah.
like, you just grabbed me like a dude in the club who's like, come here.
Right.
Like, you're like, hey,
Right.
chill.
Wow, but I've also never been sexually assaulted by
That's because people respect you.
a woman. Huh?
It's because people respect you.
They do?
Yeah.
Is there like a meeting where they were told to? Or
No, I think you probably hold yourself with more respect than I do. I'm working on it.
Oh my God. I
I'm
hate
still
you.
out here.
I need you to give yourself more grace.
Okay. Give myself more grace.
Yes, we gonna hang out more because I need you to give yourself more grace.
What was
you
the
too
question?
hard on Heidi. Nothing.
Okay.
Oh, here's another one.
Okay.
Heidi is like checking. I feel like she read this list already.
No, I didn't read. I don't know this
Listen
list.
to number 3. Keep your hands to yourself, even in passing.
It's
People, keep your hands. Which I have realized that, like, even the I'm a hugger and you just go in for a hug is problematic. And I never really thought about it. Like, if somebody wanted a hug, I would just give it to them and not even thinking about my own space. Because I wasn't so much a hugger.
But they're just like, this is what I do.
This
so
is
you
what I
get to do it too.
Yeah. And so now, like, I know especially if I'm dealing with somebody I don't know, like, can I hug you? Like, I had a weed delivery the other day, and my little driver, she was going through something, like she
You
was
could
like
tell.
teary-eyed
Yeah.
and stuff, and she saw me like look at her eyes, like, and I was like, is she high or is she
You good?
sad?
Yeah.
I couldn't decide. I couldn't figure it out.
Is the red?
And she was like, I'm sorry, I'm going through something. I'm trying to put myself together. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, do you want a hug? And she was like, no, I'm fine. And I was like, but you look like you need a hug. And so she was like, okay. And and I hugged her, and you said a couple things, and it was just afterwards, my baby was there with me, and she was like, I hope she's gonna be okay. That was nice of you to hug her. And I was like, I don't even know why I did it. Because I don't like being touched by people. Sometimes I don't even want my family to touch me. It's like, I've been touched
Same.
all day. Stop. Don't touch me. Yeah, especially the kid, because she pulls me.
She pulls you.
Yeah, like she just always is. Oh, sorry.
No, you're
But
fine.
She
I
always
gotta
like
brace.
has to pull me, or if she holds my hand, she doesn't want to let go. Like, to hear when he touches me, it's like a graze. Or if he holds my hand and I need to like move, he'll let. But she's like, she wants to hold on for dear fucking life. And I'm like, let me go. Just don't touch me at all.
You're like,
Sorry.
was it not
I went on
that
a
you were
tangent.
inside of me?
Right. I went off on a tangent, but kids, they touch you so much.
I don't.
You ain't missing nothing, girl.
Not near my parents. I mean, I think that works for sure. I understand where you're coming from, because even like this girl that she bartends at a place that is around the corner from me, and I was having I've had a couple rough days. I was having a rough day, and she's very like kind of like standoffish, and like I was trying to hold it together, and she like came out from the bar and she was like, I don't really normally hug people, but you look like you need a hug. And I was like, I know. like and I think that that's something that whether you are a hugger or not a hugger or don't like to be touched or whatever, it's like there's like this very human thing of like when you can tell someone
But it just needs, yeah.
and it's
yeah.
weird because it's like this
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is. It's
Mhm.
like in that category of like, if I yawn, you yawn. Like,
Yeah.
like I wasn't even tired, but this bitch is
Right.
yawning. So
Right,
like,
right.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
But
but it just
it crosses boundaries.
yes.
Like and I also feel for the girl. Like she's like, I don't want this person who I'm like working for right now to like see that I'm upset because it may
Yeah.
affect
Yeah.
my tip or my day or my job or whatever, and
Right.
it's on top of everything else. So she's like, I'm fine. I don't need
Yeah.
anything. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
do.
yeah. And I even told her afterwards, she was like, I'm sorry, like I know like the drivers usually aren't like this. And I was like, girl, your secret's safe for me. Have a
Yeah.
good, hope your day gets better. Go on about
Your
your business.
secret's safe for me. It'll just be on the podcast with Heidi weeks
She
later.
No one knows the company.
Nobody knows.
And I don't know her name.
Yep, exactly. So the secret is still safe.
Exactly.
He said it's energy. Yeah, it's like
yes.
energy.
Yep. Okay. Oh, this is one of my favorite things to do, especially like I'll say what it is first. Another way that our male counterparts can help us help ourselves feel safe.
Let me help you.
Help me feel safe. Help me feel safe. To escort them places. Because when we're out with friends and stuff, and like some of my girls, like they're ready to leave, or for whatever reason, Tahir will always stop whatever he's doing and walk them to the car, or he'll grab one of his guy friends that he know won't be on any bullshit to walk you to the car. And because my girls know how we operate, they trust who we send.
Yes.
With them to,
Walk
to wherever.
them safely.
Yeah, like at Tahir's skating party, it got dark and we were in a park. So, and the restroom was like in a little building across the park or whatever. And a friend of mine was headed over there, and I was like, "Yo, guy friend, walk with her. I know it's to the restroom. I know it's weird, but stand outside. Make sure she makes it back safe." And he's like, "Got it." And he walked her over, and she sent him away. So I fussed at her, but he came back to me and was like, "She told me to leave." I don't know what to do. She told me to leave. And I was like, just help me keep an eye over there and make sure this bitch is safe for her hard-headed ass. But yeah, so that helps. Nothing creepy. You don't need to get in my car with me. You don't need to know where I live. We not about to share an Uber. Just walking me to the car. Bring your ass back wherever you was headed.
Yeah, that is very good.
Yes.
I agree
because I absolutely.
What if you want your? Sorry, Heidi.
What?
Stop it.
No, are you about to say something else? I got to cut
I
out.
was about to say something reckless. When you're like, we send our best men. I'll be like, hey, Tahir, could you send one of the dudes you don't normally send to walk me to the car? Send one of the ones you don't trust.
See, you know what?
Hey, take someone off the bench.
Walking. I'm starting to think the hard times that you keep talking about are self-inflicted.
hey, Tahir, who you don't trust to walk me to the car? I gotta go to the car. I just want to give some of these good men a break.
You don't want to rely too heavily on the few good men.
Yeah, just you know what? The starting five, they look exhausted. I just think I can.
Oh my God.
I can handle it.
I want to give the not so good ones a chance to be better.
Yeah, yes. That's what I'm saying.
I'm the guinea pig.
I'm not saying I want to be bad. I
This
just want to
is
be
not
like,
okay.
Come on, somebody got to do the dirty work.
I need her to want more for herself, y'all.
Hey, who just got out?
I need her to want.
Who fresh out?
Get the fuck off my show. Get out. Get out.
No, I mean, I'm not the bad ones, just the ones that you got hope and faith in.
You see his potential.
Yeah, you're like, you know what? We don't normally give.
Shut up. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm gonna wrap this up with this last one, and then we go get Heidi to tell us where to find her before she gets predatorized. Is that a word?
Where to find Heidi? It's just on the side of a milk carton.
Right.
No, seriously, find Heidi.
Missing persons flyers all around is where you'll find Heidi. I like this one though.
Okay.
Guys, to intervene when women are being harassed.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a big one. Because it seems like, in a lot of cases, or at least TV and stuff, movies, Hollywood, what have you, believe that like men are scared to speak up to other men.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like if one is going in on, a woman or whatever, the other ones just kind of sit quietly on the sidelines and don't say anything. And it's like, no, in that moment, like sis needs some rescuing. Like there's a problem. And you need to speak up and address if you got some abusive ass friend or just some dog ass friend.
Yeah.
That's causing that level issue, then
Yeah, on that one,
Speak
I
up.
can't even make no joke. Just say something.
Yeah.
Like for real.
Yeah.
Like whether it's happening in front of your face, because also there's harassment that happens like the girl ain't even there and you just like dogging. It's like, hey, like why you going in so hard on this girl?
Right?
Like or if you just are watching it happen, it's like, dude, it's this is the hardest thing to say, and I don't know if men get it, but y'all just respect each other more than you respect us. So, like, it doesn't take much to stop it. Like, you don't have to get in and fight nobody. Like, you just got to be like...
Stop, fool.
Like, just chill.
Right.
That's all it takes, and y'all will listen to each other. Like, so I don't really know how to make a joke out of that one. Sorry, but
no
step
pressure.
in.
Everything doesn't have to be. I'm gonna have to put you on the other side because I keep reaching over here and touching that wrist that I broke. Before we get out of
for real,
here.
just like
absolutely.
intervene. Like, and you don't have to cause a fight with your homie. Like, you could just be like, hey,
yo, dude,
that's enough.
Stop, fool.
That's enough.
just to stop, fool.
They do it in wrestling, right? They be like, okay, 1, 2, 3, okay, like, right? That's what they count to.
Is that what they count to?
I don't know when they.
Wrestling?
Is it 10?
I thought it was 10. I don't know. Shit.
But yeah, whatever number it is in the boxing, wrestling, that the referee would be like, that's enough.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Has that happened to you? Who is that? Dej or DJ? Where is it? How come I see it up there and I don't see it over here? Did it stop somewhere?
I feel like we missing some stuff.
No, I feel like I'm missing stuff on my phone, not over there. So, no, that's DAE. Oh. When it gets disrespectful and they try to include you in the drama by being like, see what I'm saying, man? This bitch, like, no.
I don't see what you're saying.
I don't see what you're saying. I don't see it. I refuse to see it. But yeah, so these are the things, you guys. Like, help us. And help us help you.
Help us.
Help us.
help us help you.
We all in
help
it together.
Us, which will help you.
And in a helpful way.
Yeah.
But okay.
Did I fuck this up?
No, how?
I don't know.
Relax.
Okay.
There you go. So before we wrap up, Heidi, you want to tell the people where to find you?
Yeah, I'm at the Redhead Heidi on Instagram. I don't really be posting that much, but I'll get back to it.
I know. I was like looking for you. I was like, I haven't seen Heidi post in a while, and I looked. I was like, her last one was like January 15th.
Yeah. So I'm on the internet, but I'm at the. I don't know when this is gonna fully air, but for people who are seeing it right now, if you're in LA, I'm at the Comedy Store on Friday at the Late Show. I'm trying to get back to posting content, but I'm just, other than that, I'm in the streets and on the internet.
In the streets and on the internet.
Yeah, okay. At the Redhead Heidi. Unless you're a cop, then I'm nowhere.
Then forget everything.
Said. I don't even know where I'm at.
Okay. Thank y'all for joining us for this episode of More to the Story. I'm Farron Moore, and
I'm Heidi Heaslet.
that's Heidi Heaslet.
Sub Freckles.
Bye.